I am OPAL's earthworm expert. I'm the guy who has to go out and identify all the worms that we find and help other people to understand what they do and how to put names on those worms. Earthworms are really important because they're the most important group of animals in temperate soils. So in our soils they help to make the soil fertile, they keep it working properly. If you've got lots of earthworms in your soil, then you tend to have healthy soils. There's lots of different aspects to my work. So sometimes I'm out talking to people in schools, talking to naturalist groups about earthworms and why they're important, how to collect them and how to identify those worms. Some of the time I'm doing my own field work, so I'm out with a spade having to dig holes and collect worms, and then the rest of my time I'm back in the office or in the lab. So there I'm either looking down the microscope, examining the worms I found, or I'm at my computer analysing the results or writing up the results. We do lots of public events, and I've been involved with worm charming, where we try and tempt the worms out of the ground using our charm. I'm not very good at it, but other people can collect lots of worms by many different means. For example, you can put a garden fork into the ground and keep twanging it, and the vibrations will bring the worms up to the surface. Other people will stamp on the ground, and again the vibrations will help to bring the worms up. So it's a competition and it's very good fun, and kids love to get involved. One of the research questions that we are involved with, and which the OPAL Earth, Soil and Earthworm Survey is going to help us to address, is what species of earthworm are found in what part of the country and in what kind of habitat type. So we want to know if there is an association between the different kinds of earthworms and, for example, different soil types or habitat types. This isn't as easy to answer as you would think, because we need to standardise our sampling. So at the beginning of the OPAL project, we spent a lot of time to devise a standardised sampling technique that was simple enough for everybody to do, which would give us directly comparable results in all the different locations where the sampling was conducted. This is great because it now means that across the country and in all these different habitat types and in all the different soil types, we can now start to understand which species of earthworm are found where, and we can now start to ask questions about why they are found in those locations. One interesting thing that we found is that urban gardens are actually a biodiversity hotspot for earthworms. We were expecting to find a higher diversity out in the countryside in more natural ecosystems, but in fact, because a lot of gardens are very diverse, they have a wildlife corner, they have lawns, they have flower beds, they have compost heaps, they've got wood piles. So there's a lot of different places for lots of different types of worms to hide and to live. So that was a great finding to show that, in fact, urban gardens are rich in earthworms. I love what I do. I love all of it. I'm really keen on animals and insects and invertebrates. So for me, it's like it's a great pastime to be out in the great outdoors with a spade or with my fingers in the dirt or rolling over logs and picking up creepy crawlies and going, wow, look at that, I've never seen one of those before. It's a fascinating job. It's like I get paid to do my hobby.